Now we're looking at the model 3134-A-2STH2P. What this signifies is that it's a hydraulic clamp swedger, and it's automatic or semi-automatic with 2 stations and 2 palm buttons. We can see the palm buttons, and there's 2 palm buttons on this unit. The 2 palm buttons is what activates the form cycle. This unit also has its own PLC system. There's also switches there where you can do the manual cycle for each particular sequence of operation. This unit has 2 stations on the forming. There's an A and a B. In this particular instance, we're using the A station. You can see the tube stop there. 2 proximity switches that control the stroke of the cylinder. This particular unit will spring back with a return with springs, heavy-duty springs. There's no need in using the cylinder to retract the die as we normally do, because this unit is only going to be doing a special operation again for which is Rainbird, which is sprinkler or hose systems. This unit has, it's self-contained with its own reservoir. It has like about maybe 35 to 40 gallons of oil, hydraulic fluid. It's the electric-powered, hydraulic-driven. Like all of our units, we're looking at the safety relief valve. That's where we adjust the system operating pressure. This particular unit also has a 10 horsepower motor and a 5 gallon a minute pump. This unit has a tube stop system that requires shop air, 100 psi shop air. We use a rotary actuator to position and remove the tube stop. Safety feature on this unit, we have a proximity switch, so that when the tube stop retracts, that proximity switch is made, which allows the cycle to start. If that proximity switch is not made, this machine will not function, because if it did, the tool in line with the tube stop would destroy the tube stop. You will notice that we have safety shields, clear safety shields, so there's no pinch areas where the operator can hurt himself. There's the air valve. I don't know but if you can see this clearly, but there's a proximity switch, so when the clamp closes, that proximity switch makes a cycle start. Now here's a hydraulic cylinder that will position the tools in line with the forming cylinder. There's position A, position B. This the hydraulic cylinder operates strictly on time. There's no proximity switch or electronics needed. Now we're looking at a top view of the forming tool and the tube stop, and also the proximity switches. There's a ring around the the punch die that bolts onto the, or screws onto the shaft of the cylinder that makes the proximity switches, which creates the cycle electronically to take place in sequence. This also has a hydraulic clamp which will generate up to 16 tons of forming forces. This is one of our smaller units that will form up to about 1 1/4 inch diameter maximum. Nice compact unit, self-contained, very efficient, very fast. We'll operate this unit very shortly. Okay, now we're going to go through a little trial run here on the forming. You'll notice that that the tube stop is in line with the forming die, right in the clamp. The clamp is open at the moment in the forming die. Now, he's going to hit the palm buttons right now. And that starts a cycle. Now what happens is that when he hits those palm buttons down, the clamp closes, the tube stop comes out of the way, makes a proximity switch, and then the form cycle starts. If that proximity switch with the rotary actuator for the tube stop is not made, the cycle will not happen. So now he'll go through a cycle. Operation over. This operation takes approximately 2 seconds. Now for this particular operation, we're only using A station on the tool because B station is not needed. But this one has 2 stations where you can use 2 different dies. This is ideal for reducing more than the normal reduction on a tube, or for flanging a tube. This particular one, we're making a rolled over flange for the male or the female hose end for a garden hose. Okay, now we're going to go through a cycle here using both stations, and you'll see what happens. Okay. A station goes, B station goes, forms, A station comes back, stop, it's all over. Do it again. Okay, now we're going to go through it again. Now we're going to make a rollover flare on the tube, and I've got this the male or the female end of the garden hose as a demonstration, just to see where this operation is going to go. Now he's going to place the tube inside the clamp up against the tube stop. You can see up against the tube stop. He hits the 2 palm buttons. Operation is finished, it's flanged. Now he'll place, hold it, great, bring it down more. Right there, okay. And that's all done. This takes like about not even 3 seconds. Okay, we're going to go through the operation one more time so we can show the rollover flare that this machine will make. We'll place the tube inside the clamp up against the tube stop. Now he'll take it out. And there it is. And you can see that it's rolled over. Getting a little bit of glare there, but you can see that it's rolled over. Okay, now we're going to go through a manual cycle. In order to move any parts of this machine in the manual cycle, the hand has to be on the palm button as he has right now. Now he'll come and grab the switch up on the top there for the clamp, and he'll move it up and down manually. Okay, that's good. Now he'll go to the tool cylinder and go forward and reverse, or change one position to the other. That's B, back to A, B, back to A. Now he'll work the form cylinder. That's this one here. Now you'll notice that he cannot do nothing. The form cylinder will not move. That is because the clamp is open and the tube stop is in the way or in the path of the forming die. Now, he'll close the clamp die. Clamp. See, the tube stop pulls out of the way. Now he can advance the form cylinder. There we go. Forward. This is a safety feature we have so that you cannot destroy the tube stop. And we also had the feature of the one hand on the palm buttons for any manual operation, so there's always two hands that are busy, and this eliminates the possibility of any accidents. Thank you for your time. Another product designed and built by American Machine and Hydraulics, AMH, in Camarillo, California. Thank you, and good night.